Hello everyone. In the previous class, we have discussed about measurable properties of gases. Okay. So now, what are measurable properties? What are the measurable properties of gases? Tell me. Measurable properties of gases. So which properties of a gas can be measured by us? Can we measure the temperature of a gas or not? We can measure temperature of gas. Can we measure the pressure of gas or not? Yes, we can measure pressure of a given gas, right? So temperature and pressure both are what now here? Measurable properties of the gases. At the same time, can you calculate the mass of the gas? The mass of gas given, can you calculate or not? Yes, we can also calculate mass of the gas. Okay, so if you know mass, can you get number of moles or not? We can get number of moles if you know the mass of the gas. Like that here, suppose I'm taking some vessel. In this vessel, I'm taking closed vessel. One closed vessel is taken. In this closed vessel, I'm taking nitrogen gas. Which gas is taken? N2 gas is taken, nitrogen gas. So in this nitrogen gas, there will be many nitrogen molecules, right? Many nitrogen molecules will be present. All nitrogen molecules are spherical in shape. All are spheres. Okay. Suppose this nitrogen molecule and this nitrogen molecule will be colliding with each other, right? So when they are moving, when the gas molecules are moving in the vessel, in the container, they will be colliding with each other. Means one gas molecule will collide with the other gas molecule. So this molecule may collide with each other. Okay. And also the gas molecules will be colliding on the walls of container also. Okay, the gas molecules collide the walls of container as well as they will collide with other gas molecules. Like this, the collisions will be between gas molecules and also on the walls of container. So this gas molecule, when it is moving, will exert the pressure on wall. So this gas molecule will exert pressure on the wall. This gas molecule also will exert pressure on the wall. So the pressure of this gas is due to what? The pressure of the gas taken in the container is due to what? The collisions of gas molecules on the walls of container. Okay, so there will be collisions between two gas molecules also. Between two gas molecules also collisions will be there, but they are elastic collisions. Elastic collisions. So the collision between two gas molecules is what? Elastic in nature. Okay, but the gas molecule when collides on the walls of container, that is what now here collision of gas molecules on the walls of container, which will cause the pressure. So pressure of gas will be exerted by the collision of gas molecules on walls of container, remember. So it is one vessel we have taken. What is it? Container. Now when you heat this container, suppose I have taken here 1 mole nitrogen gas. How many moles? Otherwise you take 28 grams. 28 grams of nitrogen gas we have taken. How many grams? 28 grams. So this 28 grams is mass or number of moles. What is this? Mass. So given mass, how much here given? Given mass is what here? 28 grams. 28 grams of nitrogen is taken, suppose in this. Now if you know the mass, what is number of moles formula? Tell me. Number of moles formula what? Given mass by gram molecular mass. So number of moles symbol N. N is equal to what? Given mass. So given mass divided by what? Gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass. GMM indicates for here gram molecular mass. So gram molecular mass. So gram molecular mass is what now here? How much gram molecular mass for nitrogen? Tell me. For nitrogen gram molecular mass, how much? Here each nitrogen 14. 14 plus 14, 28. So gram molecular mass of nitrogen, how much here? GMM of nitrogen, how much? 28. Is that clear? So gram molecular mass of nitrogen is always 28 because each nitrogen atomic weight 14 grams. Gram atomic weight is 14. 14 plus 14, 2 nitrogen atoms there na? 14 plus 14, 28 grams is gram molecular weight. Now given mass, how much here? 28. So therefore, Therefore, number of moles of nitrogen is equal to what? Given weight 28 grams by gram molecular weight 28 grams. So how much it is? 1 mole. So how much of nitrogen is taken here in the vessel? In the vessel we have taken 1 mole of nitrogen. 28 grams of nitrogen, nothing but 1 mole of nitrogen. Okay, so here mass is what here? M, small m. Generally, mass is taken by symbol M. So mass is M and gram molecular weight is GMM. Otherwise, capital M we can take. Capital M. Capital M indicates gram molecular weight and small m indicates mass. Mass by molecular mass. Mass by gram molecular mass will give number of moles. So number of moles is indicated with small n. Small n. Is that clear, ma? So this mass and number of moles will be called measurable properties. So mass and number of moles both will be taken as measurable properties. So tell me, what are the measurable properties here generally? Mass, small m is mass and small n is number of moles. Then can we calculate volume or not for the given gas? Volume also we can calculate. Volume of gas in 1 liter, 2 liter or 3 liter. What is the volume of gas we can calculate? So volume also is measurable property of a gas. So mass is measurable property, number of moles measurable property, volume is measurable property, and temperature, capital T indicates what? Temperature. Temperature also measurable property, and pressure. So pressure, temperature, volume, and mass, number of moles. So here mass number of moles we take same only here. If you know mass number of moles we can calculate. So it is what now here mass or number of moles will be taken as what? Amount of gas. What we take this one? Amount. So amount of gas is taken in what? Amount of gas is taken in number of moles or mass. So it is what now here? Amount of gas. So small m or capital N will be taken as what? Amount of gas. So amount of gas is taken in mass, otherwise number of moles. So number of moles, volume, temperature, pressure, all these are called what? Measurable properties of gases. Measurable properties of gases. Okay. So once take the screenshot of this, I will go to next page. Yeah. So now see here, what are measurable properties I told now? Measurable properties of gases. Okay, so what are they? Mass or number of moles. Mass or number of moles. Right, ma? Next one, it is first property. And second property, what now? Volume. Volume of gas. Volume of gas. That is V. Okay. And the third one is what? Pressure of gas. Pressure of gas. P. And next one is what? Temperature. Temperature of gas. Capital T. Temperature is capital T. Okay. So here now these all are what now? Small n, V, P, and T. Capital V, capital P, capital T, and small n. These all are what now here? Measurable properties of the gases. So how many measurable properties of the gases? 4. Number of moles, volume, pressure, and temperature. So number of moles, how to get? If you know mass, we can get number of moles. Is that clear, ma? So number of moles, when we take it is what now? Small n take here. So small n formula, what I said, small n is equal to mass by gram molecular mass. Given mass by gram molecular mass will give number of moles. Now each and every one we'll discuss now here. So these 4 are what? Measurable properties. Whenever I complete one page, if you want, you can take screenshot. Otherwise, note in running notes. Okay, you to write along with me. Okay, while listening. Otherwise, take screenshot and copy later. Now, next one's here. First one, what is that measurable property? Tell me. Number of moles. Number of moles. So what I said, number of moles formula is what? Small n is equal to given weight or given mass. Anyone same. Given weight or given mass. Okay. Divided by what? Divided by gram molecular weight. Gram molecular weight. GMW we say. What we say? Gram molecular weight. Here gram molecular weight, otherwise gram molecular mass. Both same. It is what gram molecular mass. Okay. So gram molecular mass, otherwise gram molecular weight. Both will be same. So given weight by gram molecular weight, otherwise given mass by gram molecular mass is called what? Number of moles. Okay. So number of moles we can get. Suppose here 44.4 grams of CO2 we take. CO2 gas. How many grams? 4.4 grams of CO2 gas is equal to dash moles. Dash moles. Number of moles what? Now number of moles formula what is it now? Small n is equal to number of moles of which gas? CO2. Small n of CO2 gas is equal to what? Given weight how much here? 4.4 grams. Given weight is 4.4 grams. And for CO2, what is gram molecular weight? Anybody tell me? Do you know gram molecular weight of CO2? Carbon means 12. Plus each oxygen how much? 16. Na? Each oxygen atomic weight 16. 16 twos are 32. Plus 32 is equal to how much? 32 plus 12? 44. So 44 grams per mole. 44 grams per mole is what? Gram molecular weight. So how many grams per mole? 44. 44 grams per mole is equal to gram molecular weight. Means 1 mole of CO2 means how many grams? 44 grams. 1 mole of CO2 is nothing but 44 grams. 44 grams. That's why what now here? 44 grams of CO2 is equal to 1 mole. Then 4.4 grams how much? So given weight is 4.4 by gram molecular weight is what now? 44. It is gram molecular weight. So gram molecular weight how much here? 44. That equals to here the gram molecular weight formula what? Means units what? Gram per mole or gram mole inverse. Correct. Gram per mole meaning what? Gram mole inverse. Is that clear, ma? Number of moles is equal to given weight of CO2 4.4 grams divided by 44 is gram molecular weight, 44 grams per mole. So a gram get cancelled, gram get cancelled, and 4.4 by 44 how much? 1 by 10. 1 by 10 how much? 0.1. And here mole inverse will go up, it will be mole. So this one. So how many moles of CO2 here? 0.1 mole of CO2. So 4.4 grams divided by 44 grams per mole. Gram mole inverse. A gram get cancelled and mole inverse will become mole if it is taken up, and 4.4 by 44, 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1. So 0.1 mole CO2 is given here. 4.4 grams means 0.1 mole. Like this we have to calculate what? Number of moles. What is the formula of number of moles? Given weight by gram molecular weight. So number of moles is what? One of the important measurable properties of gases. Let's take the screenshot now. So now here, what is the question asked here? Example what? 4.4 grams of CO2 gas is equal how many moles? 0.1 mole. 0.1 mole. Is that clear? Take screenshot of this. Yeah. Now tell me another second property what we discussed, volume. Volume of gas. What is? Volume of gas is given by what? V. Volume of gas is given by V here. So this volume of gas is given by V letter. And how to measure this volume? What is CGS unit of this one? CGS unit of volume is equal to what? Centimeter cube, remember. So generally volume is equal to what, ma? L cube na, length cube of length. So your length is measured in centimeters na, centimeter into centimeter into centimeter. So centimeter cube. Like this here, centimeter cube is the CGS unit of volume. And what is MKS unit? MKS unit of volume. MKS unit means SI unit. SI unit. So SI unit or MKS unit of volume, what is that here? Meter cube. In MKS system, what is the length? Unit of length, meter. Meter into meter into meter. So meter cube. So meter cube is the MKS or SI unit of volume, and centimeter cube is the CGS unit of volume. Centimeter cube is also written as what? Cubic centimeter, CC. Cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter means what? Centimeter cube. So CC we can write. Centimeter cube or cubic centimeter. It is CGS unit of volume. So volume is measured in centimeter cube or meter cube. What are the general units of volume? General units of volume. Generally, what are the units of volume? Liters. So liter is the general unit of what? Volume. So liter is the general unit of volume. Now conversions we need here. Conversions we need to understand here. So 1 meter cube is equal to 1 meter cube is equal to how many liters? 1 centimeter cube is equal to how many liters? These are all things we need to understand. And 1 meter cube is equal to how many centimeter cube also we need. Conversion of one unit into other unit. Okay. Suppose you take here first one, 1 meter cube. 1 meter cube means what now? Meter into meter into meter. Okay. So 1 meter means how many centimeters? 100 centimeters, na? 100 centimeters indicates what? 10 power 2 centimeter into 10 power 2 centimeter into 10 power 2 centimeter, right? So here, centimeter into centimeter, centimeter here. Now 10 power 2 into 10 power 2 into 10 power 2, how much? 10 power 6 centimeter cube. So 1 meter cube of gas is equal to how many centimeter cube of gas? 10 power 6. So it is one important relationship. So relationship between meter cube and centimeter cube. Meter cube is what? SI unit of volume. Centimeter cube is what? CGS unit of volume. What is relation between MKS unit of volume and CGS unit of volume, they ask you. So 1 meter cube is equal to how many centimeter cube? 10 power 6. Okay. So what here? Oh, 10 power 6 centimeter cube means what? 10 power 6 cc, we can say, na? Cc. That equals to 10 power 6 ml, milliliter. Here 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 ml. Remember, 1 centimeter cube is equal to how many milliliters? 1. So 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 ml. Therefore, 10 power 6 centimeter cube is equal to 10 power 6 ml. So what we have to understand here? 1 centimeter cube, that equals to 1 cc. 1 cc equals to what? 1 ml. So 1 ml is equal to 1 cc. Okay. So here in place of centimeter cube, what we can write ml. So 10 power 6 ml is equal to 1 meter cube. Okay. So this relationship we need to understand here. Now take the screenshot of this. And now next one here. Volume of gas. Okay. So this is what we discussed now. 1 meter cube. 1 meter cube is equal to 1 meter cube is equal to what? 10 power 6 centimeter cube. That equals to 10 power 6 milliliter. That equals to here 1 milliliter. In place of milliliter, what we have to write? How many liters? How many liters? Tell me. So 1 ml is equal to 10 power minus 3 liters. So 10 power 6 ml is equal to 10 power 3 liters. Remember. 10, why here? 1, since 1 ml. 1 ml is equal to what? 10 power minus 3 liters. Here milli means what, ma? M means milli na here. Milliliter here. Generally we write the small m like this. Small m we write. We should not write small m. We should not write small m l. We have to write small m capital L. This is milliliter. Here milli means how much? Milli 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 is called milli. So 1 milliliter means 10 power minus 3 liters, right? So this is correct here. Next one, in place of milliliter, what we have to mention? 10 power 6 already there. 10 power 6 into milli means 10 power minus 3 liters. So 10 power minus 3 into 10 power 6, 10 power 3. So 10 power 3 liters equals to 1 meter cube. So 1 meter cube is equal to how many liters? Tell me. 10 power 3 liters. Remember. And also we say 10 power 3 decimeter cube. Decimeter cube. That means 1 liter is equal to what? 1 liter. 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. Remember. 1 liter is equal to how many decimeter cube? 1 decimeter cube. In place of liter, what we can also use? Decimeter cube. 1000 decimeter cube means 1000 liters. 100 decimeter cube means 100 liters. Like that, in place of wherever liter is there, what we can write? Decimeter cube we can write. Wherever centimeter cube is there, what we can write? Milliliters. In place of centimeter cube, what we can write? Milliliter. In place of decimeter cube, what we can write? Liter. So 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. And also 1 ml, 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. We know this. So 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. These also you have to remember. So all these relationship between two units is very important here. If you understand these basics only, you can do the numerical problems. You can solve the numerical problems. Remember, everyone should understand these all basic points. Okay. So it's about what now here, the relationship between different units of volume. Take the screenshot now once again. And now another important property is what now? Temperature. Third measurable property is what? Temperature. Okay. So this temperature of gas can be measured by using thermometer. By using what? Thermometer, what we can measure? Temperature of gas can be measured here. Okay. And now in this case, now what we have to understand is that we have different scales of temperature. We have different scales of temperature. So Celsius scale, Celsius scale of temperature, and then next one, Kelvin scale. Okay, and also we have what now? Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit scale. So Fahrenheit temperature scale, Kelvin temperature scale, Celsius scale or centigrade scale, we say. Celsius scale or centigrade scale, we can say. So here the centigrade temperature is given by T, degrees Celsius, like this. And Kelvin temperature K. Okay, K is what now here? Kelvin temperature. Means capital T. What we say? Capital T we take here. Capital T is what? Kelvin temperature. Capital T. Kelvin. K means what here? Kelvin. Okay, so capital T means what? Kelvin temperature. Small t degree indicates what? Degree Celsius, centigrade temperature. Here for this capital T Kelvin scale, we should not write 0 like this, degree. The degree should not be mentioned here. T Kelvin, that's all. Capital T Kelvin, 273 Kelvin, 100 Kelvin, 373 Kelvin, like this. Only Kelvin we have to say, degree we should not say, degree Kelvin we should not say. But centigrade we have to say degree centigrade. Degree centigrade. So 25 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, like this. Degree Celsius we have to say. A degree Kelvin we should not say. Next, Fahrenheit, scientist name. All these scientist names here. So Fahrenheit, spelling you see, F-A-H, H silent here. Okay, Fahrenheit. Heat means not H-E-A-T, H-E-I-T, heat. So Fahrenheit is the name of scientist. So Fahrenheit scale. So these all scales here we use generally F. Okay, so F will be used here. Fahrenheit temperature, F will be used. So the relationship between all these scales we must know. Means one unit temperature, how to convert into other unit is important here. So how many scales of temperature? Celsius scale, Kelvin scale, and Fahrenheit scale. These three are important scales of temperature. And take it now, take screenshot of this 3 scales. If you are writing, okay, no need to take screenshot. Now, first one's here. Suppose you are given suppose 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. It is what now? Boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. How much? 100 degrees Celsius. We know this one, everyone. So here 100 degrees Celsius. How to convert into Kelvin? This 100 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin. Dash Kelvin. Okay. So how to convert into Kelvin scale is that here it is given what now? Given that T is equal to T degrees Celsius is equal to 100 degrees Celsius given here. What is given here? T, small t degrees Celsius is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. We have to convert into Kelvin temperature. Now, always what we have to do is that Kelvin temperature is equal to degrees Celsius. So Kelvin temperature is equal to, okay, given degrees Celsius plus 273.15. We have to add. So 273.15 should be added to given temperature. Given centigrade temperature to be added to 273.15. So therefore, Kelvin temperature, how to write? Therefore, capital T na. So capital T is equal to, therefore, capital T is equal to, given how much? 100 degrees Celsius plus 273.15. That equals to what now here? How many Kelvin? 373. 373.15 Kelvin. K means what here? Kelvin. So how to convert the centigrade temperature into Kelvin temperature? The given centigrade temperature plus 273.15. If you don't write also, nothing will happen. Okay, 273 directly remember. So T degrees Celsius given plus 273 will give Kelvin temperature. So this Kelvin temperature is also called absolute temperature. What is called? Absolute temperature. So absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature, both same. So Kelvin temperature, otherwise absolute temperature, both are same. Okay, measured in what now? Capital means with the letter capital T. Small t indicates what is centigrade temperature. Now tell me here, 100 degrees Celsius boiling point of water, how to convert into Kelvin scale? Here given centigrade temperature plus 273. So 100 plus 273, how much? 373.15 Kelvin is answer. So in this way, we have to convert the centigrade temperature into Kelvin temperature. Is the concept clear? So if you have written, okay, otherwise take screenshot. Absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature mean same. Both will be same. Okay. Now next one, relation between centigrade temperature and Fahrenheit temperature. So here what we have taken is that centigrade temperature is equal to 5/9 of Fahrenheit temperature minus 32. So what we have taken here? So Fahrenheit temperature, given Fahrenheit temperature minus 32 into 5/9 will give centigrade temperature. Imagine if Fahrenheit temperature is equal to 32 Fahrenheit, suppose 32 Fahrenheit is given here. Now apply formula. So T degrees Celsius is equal to 5/9 of, here F is given how much? 32. So 32 minus again 32. 32 minus 32, 0. 0 of 5/9, 0 only. So 0 degrees Celsius. So T degrees Celsius, how much here? 0 degrees Celsius. Like this here, we can convert the given Fahrenheit temperature into centigrade temperature by using the formula T degrees Celsius, small t degrees Celsius is equal to 5/9 of F minus 32. F is what here? Fahrenheit temperature. Later on, you calculate our body temperature. What is human body temperature? Human body temperature. How much? 98.6 Fahrenheit. Remember, 98.6 Fahrenheit. It's not degrees Celsius. Remember, 98.6 Fahrenheit. We say we got fever 100, we got fever 104. Those all in which scale? Fahrenheit scale. Remember. So this body temperature 98.6 is substitute here. In place of F, what we can substitute? 98.6 minus 32 into 5/9 will give or body temperature in centigrade temperature. In centigrade scale, body temperature we can calculate. Here 5 by 9 into 98.6 our body temperature minus 32 will give body temperature in centigrade scale. So this is about what now here temperature scale. Okay, Fahrenheit, centigrade and Kelvin temperature scales. So these all are important scales here. Okay, ma? These are all things once you go through thoroughly today without wasting time. And next, take screenshot of this. Yeah, next now, fourth property is what? Pressure. Pressure. So pressure is another property, measurable property of gases. Suppose if you take pressure, what is the pressure formula? Pressure is equal to force acting, force by area. Force acting on unit area. Force acting on unit area is called pressure. So force is measured in what? Newton. We know this. Newton, MKS unit. Newton is N. By what is the area here? Length into length, na? Meter into meter. So meter square. So what are the units of pressure here? Newton per meter square. If you take meter square up, meter inverse 2. So Newton meter inverse 2. Otherwise, Newton per meter square is unit of what? This one, pressure. So it is what? MKS unit of pressure. MKS unit of pressure. Is that clear, ma? So it is about what now? This one. Now if you take CGS unit, force CGS unit what? Dyne. Dyne by centimeter square. The same pressure is measured in what? Force by area, na? Force by area. Force is in dyne by area what? Centimeter square. So dyne centimeter inverse 2 is what now? CGS unit of pressure. CGS unit of pressure is what? Dyne per centimeter square. MKS unit is Newton per meter square. Okay. So the remaining part we'll discuss in the next class. Okay. Take screenshot of this, ma.